Hello, everybody, and welcome to your daily tarot advice. This is for Monday, October 1st, 2018. We are in October, so happy October to everybody. And we are 100,000 strong, so thank you all so much for your love and support. This actually came way quicker than I ever thought possible. It just kind of happened out of nowhere, as many of you noticed. So feeling very blessed and just want to send a lot of love to you guys for all of your support and tuning in every day to see me. So thank you for that. And thank you to my spirit guides for driving these lovely readings, and to YouTube for being such a wonderful platform for all of us to connect. So I just wanted to say all of that, and thank you to everybody. So for today, we have the Divination of the Ancients, we have the Wisdom of the House of the Night, and we have Black Moon Astrology for the interactive option. I will start with the moon phase. If you are not interested in that, go ahead to your timestamp below. So we have a waning gibbous moon moving from Gemini into Cancer today. So we may be going from our mind into our emotions and feeling a bit sensitive, really kind of going into contemplation mode and reflection mode, because Sun is in Libra, which is all about relationships, every kind of relationship with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, with your boss, with your employees, with your doctor, with your pharmacist, with your lover, with your children. Like, every relationship is going under the microscope, okay? Because Venus is about to go retrograde in Scorpio, and this is going to be quite powerful, as many of you know. She's going to move all the way through Scorpio, all the way back through Libra. So we're about to have this intense review of relationships of all kinds, all right? And there's going to be a lot of changes. And some of you that thought this is how this will always be are going to come into a change of mind on your own. A lot of emotions resurfacing from the past, unresolved energies and issues from past relationships, like all of that's bubbling up and coming to the surface over the month of October, okay? And it kind of is beginning to start now because Venus retrogrades on October 4th. So we're all feeling that energy. So Libra is the sign of relationships, and right after Venus goes retrograde in Scorpio, working her way back to Libra, we have this beautiful new moon in Libra, new relationships, new beginning, new healing, all right, new starts. So there's going to be a lot going on in your world as far as relationship, but everybody has a different natal chart. So I highly recommend to see, where Libra and Scorpio are in your chart, and also where Venus is, because where she is in your natal chart, there's going to be a lot of energy and impact there as well. For me, Scorpio and Libra are my first and second houses, and Venus is in my sixth house of Pisces, and just everything going on in my world makes complete sense. And believe me, guys, I am not spared from this relationship review either. So expect a lot of changes, expect a lot of surfacing emotions, expect the unexpected, okay? It's like just this deep review and cleanse as we prepare ourselves for 2019. So let's see what Luna has to add to all of this for today. Right. Ooh, a new moon in Virgo is what she's talking about today. A time to give rather than take. And we are still currently under the energy of the Virgo new moon that just happened in September, right? So this is speaking to you guys today about that energy. And what this is saying is, we've got to think of relationships and the balance within them. The give and the take. Are you expending too much energy? or are you taking more than you're giving in any area of your life? Because you know what? I'm guilty of this myself, where I give in a lot of different areas, but you know, there's some relationships that are just so comfortable and familiar to me that I definitely don't give to them as much as I should, because those are my roots, my support, my foundation. And sometimes I need to remind myself of that. And you know, the Virgo popping up here, there's a couple Virgos in my life that this is true of. Without them, I would have no roots. And it's so appropriate that they're both earth signs. And because, you know, they're my roots, they're there, doesn't mean I like take advantage or I'm not grateful for them, but I feel as though I could be more grateful than I am, because without them I'm nothing, truly 100%. And you know, that means a lot. So today, as far as relationships go, what are your roots? You know, where do you need to show more love, affection, and gratitude? And what are the relationships in your life where you are somebody's root, and perhaps that relationship needs to show you more love, affection, and gratitude? It's all about the balance between you and another person, and it could be in any type of relationship. It's all about give and take and bringing in new energy where we balance each other out and we support each other equally. All right, so that is what Luna has to add for today. I will start with Sagittarius. So if you are not a Sagittarius, go ahead to your timestamp below. So Sagittarius, I am using the Halloween Oracle, which is a awesome deck in honor of the month of October. Just thought it'd be fun to have a little change, be a little festive for the season. So let's see what the first day of October has in store for all the Sagittarius out there. Ooh, we got ancestors, the lore and legacy of our DNA. So, Sagittarius, this is saying you have talents and abilities that come through your genetic makeup and structure. And essentially that's, you know, your lineage of ancestors very far back, many ancestors that you've never even met in person. And there are elements to you that come from your ancestors, for the good or the bad, however you perceive it, okay? And it's like you need to have a recognition of yourself today, or of another person, that we are all perfectly made and perfect, and we all are unique and have different abilities and talents. And you know, you guys have some little special gifts, some magic inside of you that, you know, you need to allow to spring forth. It's your birthright. It's who you are. It's your lineage. It comes from your ancestry. It comes, you know, through your DNA. And some of you, this could be a day of like deep family focus just in general, for whatever reason, okay? Connecting with your roots, tracing your family tree, just really having a close day with people you consider family members, all right? But what gifts exist inside of you that come through your lineage, Sagittarius? It's time to tap into that, because there's some magic in that for you. So let's pull a card to get some clarity about this ancestors. All right. We got don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Wow. Sagittarius, oh my gosh. Okay, so you have ancestors and then you have South Node. South Node is like your karmic connections from previous lifetimes, okay? So, wow. Anything you perceive about your family, about your lineage, as a negative attribute that you must deal with, a challenge that you must face, the universe is asking you to view things through a different perspective and realize how the challenges that exist within you physically or exist within your family unit the way you grew up, just different relationships you've had, you know, where you've viewed it as negative. How can you look at it through a different light to realize, you know, that is part of your roots, for the light or the dark, that's part of your roots, that's part of your ancestry, and that energy exists inside you and will be carried on, you know, through any offspring that you create and produce. But as you experience life and you perceive things differently, you transmute that energy. You change the structure of that DNA, all right? All is energy, all is vibration and frequency. So you can transmute the DNA in which you come from, okay? And so this is saying, whatever is attached to your past, whatever is attached to your family, to your roots, any sort of physical ailment, don't look at it as, you know, a disability, a hindrance, anything to hold you back. It's actually the opposite. It's the very thing that will, you know, catapult you forward once you recognize, you know, the gift of strength and growth that it is. Because, you know, some things are just challenging and they suck and there's no nice way to look at it, right? But when you're on the other side of that, things are so much better and you're so grown and you just see life so differently. And, you know, Sagittarius, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let, you know, your family history hold you back. Don't let repeating patterns and behavior that run through your family hold you back. It's like you have the power and the ability and capability to break karmic ties here, to transmute your own DNA, the DNA you pass on to your children, okay? So pretty deep message for the first day of October. Ultimately, don't let your past hold you back, Sag. It's time for the new, all right? So those are your messages for today, Sagittarius. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Let's see what's up for you guys for October 1st. Okay, there we go. That was easy. Oh my gosh. So Sagittarius got the same exact card. You know, before I even touch on this, let's pull your supporter. I will die if you get the same supporter as Sagittarius, but I'm kind of feeling like this is a different message for you than it was for Sag. Maybe there will be some commonality, but let's pull your supporter, Capricorn, so I can get a good feel for what's going on for you guys. All right. Okay, so you guys have a different card, all right? You have a different card. You have You Are Good Enough, Full Moon, and Virgo. So Capricorn, listen. This to me is saying, you know, there's relationships in your life, mainly family ties or things that go way back, relationships and connections that go way back for you. And there's been, I feel, a lot of trauma and damage done to you through these different relationships, okay? There's an element where it's attacked your self-esteem, it's attacked your self-worth. You've become quite critical and judgmental of yourself and who you are. Or you could have become quite cynical and bitter and judgmental of other people and situations as equal in proportion to criticism and judgment that you hold for yourself. And, you know, this pairing of cards is saying, Capricorn, that's not even who you are. The small thoughts you have of yourself where you feel you lack, you feel you're unworthy, you feel you were rejected, ignored, like you were invisible. Do not let those situations, you know, shape who you are and shape how you see yourself. You are good enough as you are right now in this moment, who you are today. You don't have to change or alter who you are. So in today, you know, if you're telling yourself you're not good enough or you're getting down on yourself, don't, Capricorn, don't. If there's somebody in your family harping on you and just, you know, same old thing, cut them off, shut them out, don't hear them. It's their opinion, it's their darkness. It has nothing to do with you. If this is like a romantic partner or a really close friend that you've been, you know, connected to for a long time, or even somebody you've worked with for a long time, it's just some very long, deep connection, you know, is making you feel less than. You shut out that voice, because your inner voice needs to become stronger than any other noise that you hear. Because this pairing, it's like there's some close connection, something that maybe even be a part of your roots, where you feel not good enough. This could even be like the family in which you come from, you are embarrassed of, or you're like, you know, I just, gosh, am I an apple that fell far from this tree? Like, I don't want to associate with this. Like, there's just some element, some conflict inside of you about yourself with a very close connection, something that you see as family or part of your roots. And you need to recognize that maybe you can do better, or you do deserve better, despite the connection that you feel. Okay, so Capricorn, today is all about knowing your worth and your value, and not letting anybody rattle your cage or try to convince you otherwise. All right, shut them out. Believe in yourself, because I just see like somebody really bringing you down, and it's not like just today they show up. This is something that's been going on for a while, and the universe wants you to know you are good enough. You're perfect just as you are, and you need to shut that out. All right. So that was quite a different message than it was for Sagittarius. So that's why I wanted to pull this card here. Okay. So Capricorn, those are your messages for today. I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Let's see what comes out for all the Aquarius today. Oh, okay. So we have eternal love. Love, or love is lore, is love, and it transcends a physical death. So Aquarius, look at that. This is a famous picture of the couple that was holding hands, right? The skeleton that was unearthed. But this is the Halloween deck, so that's why we have skeletons here, so don't freak out. But this is something quite special. Aquarius, today, gosh, you know, if you didn't listen to the moon message, it's all about relationships, and you are right there in it. You are either thinking about a very specific person and like your love for them, feeling in love, feeling sweet, feeling optimistic, feeling just dreamy and fantasy, ooey gooey. You know, some of you, there's just love, romantic love all up on the brain. Others of you, this is a different kind of love. This could be where you're thinking about the relationship you have with yourself and wanting to improve that. The relationship you have with maybe certain family members or old friends where we disconnected, you know, with the skeletons here, or something of the long ago past, and there's this desire to heal and mend those relationships, whether you are projecting that or somebody is coming to you offering you that today, Aquarius. Some of you could meet a new connection, or you and another person decide today that you're just going to give it a go. You're going to give it a try. You're offering your cup, or somebody's offering their cup to you. Somebody does a loving gesture. There's sweetness. There's harmony. Some of you, this is just, we're in deep contemplation mode about relationships of all kinds, which I totally described in the moon phase, so I won't go over it again for those of you that know it. But and if you want to hear it, listen to the moon. Your reading is just following suit, Aquarius. So let's pull a clarifier. Oh, wow. So you guys have don't let your past hold you back. Woo! Aquarius. This clarifying this eternal love is I feel if you guys, if there's somebody new in your life or there's somebody that you're interested in, okay, and you're kind of holding back from getting into a relationship or getting involved because you're hoping on a reconciliation with somebody else, you know, this right here, Aquarius might say, you might want to really open up to the new person and let the past go for now. Don't let your past hold you back, okay? Because this new connection, you know, is just as faded as the past connection that you're having a hard time letting go of. And with eternal love, this new connection definitely can go higher than what you're trying to hold on to, and you're just not in that perception yet where you can see that maybe what is in the past isn't the best for you. And yeah, it's scary opening up to somebody new, and it takes a lot of work, and it's just uncomfortable. But I feel like because this is paired up, Aquarius, is taking you somewhere better than you've been before. So if you're hung up on somebody from the past, but you have a new love opportunity trying to come in, this is saying go with the new love opportunity, okay? For others of you that have been really hurt through past relationships, friendships, family ships, romance ships, work relationships, you name it, okay? It's saying don't let the past hold you back from connecting to new people now. There are better relationships for you of all kinds, you know, in the present, up ahead, and don't close yourself off and hold yourself back from new opportunities and new connections because you've been burned and hurt in the past, all right? And, you know, with this coming out, any sort of relationship that is returning from the past, if it really burned you, Aquarius, it might not be in your best interest to reconnect with it. Heal it, mend it if you can, but if it shows back up, you just probably don't want to deal with it, like really, because of this card here. So this is all about the new for Aquarius. New love, new connections, new friendships, new relationships, allowing yourself to be vulnerable with new people, even though it's scary and unfamiliar. So the new people that come into your world, especially today, Aquarius, let them in. Also, I would say between now and the end of the year, just because of what Venus is doing, you know, the new relationships that show up, I feel are going to be like part of your next cycle. So anyways, Aquarius, those are your messages for today. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hi Pisces, how are you? Let's see what's coming out for all the Pisces today. Ooh, we got zombie. So Pisces, this is saying we cannot control everything today. If you feel the need to micromanage, to be very nitpicky, to just have your foot, your finger, your say in certain things and everything, it's even if it's something very important to you, this is saying, listen, you know, let everybody do their part, or trust the universe to do its part. Now, because this is a general reading, you know, if there's somebody who's being very pushy and trying to control you or persuade you into doing something, Pisces, if you're not feeling it and you don't want to, you stand your ground. Don't let anybody control you or manipulate you, not emotionally manipulate you or mentally manipulate you by pushing your buttons or whatever. No, you remain in control of yourself. And if you don't want to do something, you don't want to participate in something, don't do it, and stand your ground and have no guilt in that, okay? But also, anything else in your life where you are really trying to control the outcome, or you're just really like hovering over a project, an idea, an achievement, a goal, a dream, a relationship, an outcome, whatever, you know, really go with the flow today. Just let things happen and play out as they will, and trust that the universe has your back and that things are unfolding exactly as they're supposed to. Okay, so let's pull a clarifier for the zombie and see what comes out. All right, Pisces. Okay. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So Pisces, listen, there's things that are going to happen and that are going to change kind of unexpectedly. That's why you've got to let go of control. And I love that you have a big full moon there, and then we have this full moon eclipse over here. Things are just going to happen and play out and unfold today as they will. And you've just got to go with the flow. But ultimately, I feel like the more you let go and take your grip off things and just say, okay, whatever's happening is happening. I'm going to navigate through it, do what I can do, and just go from there. Things just happen in such a way, like, oh my gosh. Because some of you, I feel like, you're too, like, got a grip on something too strong. And if you just let it go and you just flow, it's like, boom, all of a sudden, there it is. Your manifestation, your answer, your outcome, whatever, okay? For others of you, what I feel like is you have this fixed idea and expectation about how something should happen or how something should unfold for you, and or how your day should go today. And I just don't feel like it's gonna happen like that, how you plan. And you know, you might fight it and be angry and feel like, you know, why is this happening, when ultimately the way things are moving, it's for your highest good. It's for the better. So that's why the universe is like, hey, you know, slow your roll. Just watch what happens. Just go with it. And, you know, don't give up. Don't get mad. Don't get frustrated. Don't get angry. Like, it's working out in your favor. And it's just like, some of you today expect the unexpected, where you're like, whoa, okay? And, you know, that could be a kink in your plans, or it could be something really positive. I mean, you could have been really fearing, like, oh my God, this is just not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then it works. And you're like, oh my God, it works. So Pisces, just go with the flow today and see what unfolds and see what happens for you. All right. That seems like the key for you guys. So those are your messages, Pisces. I am wishing you a very beautiful day. Take care. Hello, Aries. How are you guys? Let's see what this first day of October has in store for all the Aries out there. Okay. Ooh, we have invisibility, authenticity. Aries, today is a day where, you know, you might want to really kind of be in observation mode about a situation, about a person, about a relationship, about, you know, if something's just not working out, today might be a day where, you know, you kind of pull back and observe and ask the universe, hey, universe, show me what I need to change about my energy, or my method, or what I'm doing, my routine. Like, what do I need to do to make this better? What would it take? All right. For others of you, this is like, we've got to kind of step back and view something from a more biased perspective, so that you can gain a real full understanding about the situation, about the person, because it's like what you see at first glance might not be actually what's going on. So, you know, don't be quick to jump on anything today if you're triggered, because you, the way you read something may not be how the person meant it. What you see happening may not be what you think is happening, okay? Really step back and observe from a place of non-emotion and non-attachment, and it's like you'll see the truth. And some of you, it's almost like you might see something or hear something or find something out today that you're not supposed to know, okay? And it's like, and when you find it out, I don't think anybody else knows that you've stumbled upon it either, okay? So some of you today might come across some info that you're not supposed to know about, or, you know, and it could be directly related to you or indirectly related to you, where you just find out some info about somebody else, right? But it's all about being invisible, not being obvious, not being noticeable, not calling attention to yourself, being the observer today, however that pertains to you. And through that, some of you, like I said, you're just going to come into some interesting info. So let's pull some clarifier here and see what is added. Oh, the cards did not want to bend. All right, yes, look at this. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. How appropriate is this that we have the sun in Libra? It's all about relationships. It's all about review as Venus goes retro. So Aries, what I see here is this is definitely about a relationship in your life, whether it's coworker, friend, family, lover, whatever. All right. You really need to step back and observe from a non-emotional place. And it's like whatever you come to, whatever conclusion, whatever you see happening, whatever enlightenment comes to you through this, you know, invisibility, you've got to act very fairly on it. So if you do come into some information that you're not supposed to know about, you know, it might not be in your best interest to go and tell anybody else, all right? The universe has given you that information for some reason, and it's either going to come in handy later, you know? It's just like, whatever you know, it's keep it to yourself today. And if whatever you have to say or share isn't going to be like a win-win for everybody, it's like, don't do it. You know, even if you have every right to, or you're angry at somebody or whatever, Aries, no, you keep it all tucked away today, because it's like whatever you observe or whatever you find out is going to come in handy later, which is going to bring you the win-win situation. So really keep that in mind today, okay? So those are your messages, Aries. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hi, Taurus. How are you? Let's see what this first day of October has in store for all the Tauruses out there. All right, so we've got the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. So Taurus, the Witch in this particular deck is actually the healer, the wise one. All right, that's what she means here. So for you guys today, and I feel like I've given this message before, either you are dispensing some wisdom, some healing, some support, you know, doing a favor, being a shoulder to cry on, holding it down, handling it like a boss. Like, that's you today, Taurus, all right? There's people looking to you for guidance, support, clarity, etc. Others of you, this is saying that in all of your interactions and dealings today, you need to come from a place of wisdom and from love, and, you know, not let negativity distract you, not let, you know, petty dramas, like, don't get caught up in any of that today. Be wise. If anything, be the mediator, okay? It just will serve you better to take the high road and the bigger approach than to get caught up, involved, and, you know, go down to somebody's level who's really trying to provoke you or trigger you, or is just, you know, outright wrong in whatever they're doing or saying to somebody else. You know, this doesn't have to be directly affecting you. But Taurus, it's like you are the medicine, and it comes through your wisdom, and also, you know, your energy is healing. What you have to say is healing. You have the perfect words. You know what to do. You have the right resources. It's just like you make it all better today, okay? Now, because this is general, this could be the energy that is in your world, where if you've been in this struggle, you know, the witch is showing up for you today, and she's bringing you healing and wisdom and understanding. All right, so let's pull a clarifier card to see exactly what she's bringing and talking about today. Okay, we have, the full moon in Pisces, balanced spirituality and practicality. Yeah, so Taurus, definitely this is about support, either, you know, somebody giving it to you or you giving it to somebody else. Now, with the Pisces full moon coming out, this could be where, you know, this person is always coming to you and you're kind of getting tired of it, or, you know, no matter how many times you listen to your friend and dispense advice, they just never listen. It's almost like they just want you to listen to them talk about their situation, about feeling sorry for themselves, you know, whatever is going on for them. And you listen with love and you give advice and you're there and you're supportive. But then it's just like the same thing repeats. Today looks like that same energy where, you know, somebody who's always asking of you may be showing up today. And, you know, Taurus, if they're always asking of you, this might be the day where you're like, look, you don't do anything for me in return. You always ask, take. And, you know, you don't listen to what I say. So why are you even talking to me about your problems? You already know my answer. Or just say, we've already had this conversation before. All right. Definitely about give and take. And Taurus, I feel like you are giving more than you are receiving. And some of you, you might really be connected emotionally to another person, and so you kind of feel like things are a little bit off, but you love them so much that, you know, you overlook it. And today the energy, it might just really put it in your face. And if that's how you're feeling, chances are very real that you're giving a lot more than they are. And, you know, when you speak up, they may say things to confuse you or make you think you're asking for too much or you're being selfish, when I don't think that's the case here. All right, Taurus, I mean, this is a general reading, so this can be swapped. You very well could be the person who's taking too much and being selfish, and somebody, you know, calls you out on that today. But, you know, in general, the way I'm reading this is where you've got to kind of put somebody in their place today and just say, look, I'm done. You've got to figure it out on your own. And also, lastly, more of like just a really deep contemplation about relationships, all relationships, as you know, Sun is in Libra, and having more of a fantasy nostalgia about them. So if you're really like missing somebody from the past, they're heavy on your heart, just kind of out of nowhere today, let it pass, Taurus. It's all about the energy that you're working with. And, you know, with the witch here, it might be time to rise to your higher mind about it and allow the healing to take place, okay? So Taurus, those are your messages for today. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hi, Gemini. How are you? Let's see what's coming out for all the Geminis today. All right, so we have the skeleton strength. So Gemini, I'm using the Halloween deck. That's why this is a skeleton, so don't freak out. what this is saying to you is, you know, if there's anything in your past that just kind of haunts you, where you feel guilty, it's like a skeleton in the closet, you know, you hold it over your head or somebody else holds it over your head, it's time to, you know, grow beyond and push beyond that. Anybody trying to intimidate you today with anything from your past of, you owe me this because, or if you don't do, then this is what I'm gonna do, like any sort of energy like that, just be like, all right, do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, don't let anybody bully you, threaten you, you know, try to get you to do something you don't want to do because you owe them a favor, or, you know, they have something over your head, some sort of secret, anything like that. Okay, it's like, be strong, be empowered, be confident in yourself, because the more like you don't seem like you care, or that you're rattled by somebody's threats, the more likely they're just not going to follow through on them. Okay, but the more like you're triggered and you're roused and you play in and you feed that energy, they will go through with it. All right, because the pot's been stirred, all the energy's, you know, vibrating high, and now we're going to follow through. But when you're just like, you know what, you be you, I'll be me, whatever, chances are it's just going to dissipate. So this really is like, don't let anybody push you around or, you know, bully you, especially anything from your past, or anybody trying to hold something over your head from your past. If you're in a relationship and, you know, somebody's still holding something that happened a year ago over your head, it may be time to be like, look, either you're going to have to move past this, or we're just going to have to move on from each other, because this can't exist in our relationship, or there's no longevity here. I can't deal with this. Like, I can't be punished forever for something that happened, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. And you could flip that. You know, if there's something that you hold over a partner's head that you are struggling to get over, this is saying it's time, you know, it's more damaging than anything by holding on to it. So let's pull a clarifier, Gemini, and see what comes out there. All right, adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So, yeah, Gemini, listen. Don't let anybody push you around, okay? I don't care what they have over you. I don't care what they claim you owe them. You know, sometimes people take advantage. Like, there's people who do and give to others not because it's genuine from their heart. It's because they want other people to feel indebted to them. And it's just kind of like the energy I'm picking up for you guys today is like somebody's treating you in that capacity where it's like, no, you owe me, and this is why. And the universe, Gemini, is saying, no, you don't owe anybody anything. Like, all things balance on their own in their own time. And, you know, just because somebody helped you out, yeah, you should be there and offer support when they come to you. But if they're abusing that, then no, it's time to cut them off. You know, they can't. Just be very discerning. If somebody's offering you help today and you really need it, but you know the price tag is way too much, don't take it. Gemini, don't. Trust the universe will bring you a different avenue where you don't have to self-sacrifice or pay more than what you're giving, okay? So just keep all of that in mind today with whatever is going on, whatever you're dealing with. Like, you be strong in you, and don't let anybody push you around. And don't be afraid to go it alone if you need to. Things will work out, all right? So those are your messages for today, Gemini. I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Let's see what's coming out for all the Cancers today. All right, so we have the graveyard. This is unnecessary fear. Cancer, this coming out says whatever you're worrying about, stop worrying. You don't need to worry. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. You know, your deepest, darkest fears are not going to come to fruition. Things are not as bad as they appear or seem in this moment. Like everything is going to be okay. So whatever you've been worrying about or fretting over, the universe is like, calm your mind. You don't need to worry and fret. Also, anything that unfolds today that creates a big, you know, stir of worry or concern, this is like, you don't need to worry about it. Like everything's truly okay. So let's pull a clarifier, Cancer, and see what comes out there. All right, so we have the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So there's going to be a conversation. You're going to get a message. You're going to receive news. You're going to receive information. You're going to get a call back. You're going to get an interview. You know, like whatever it is that you're worried about, it's going to be okay. The answers you need are coming, Cancer. Do not worry about it. And it comes through some sort of like conversation, email, message, secondhand information, something you read, something you just kind of stumble across. It's different for all of you, but it's like, don't worry, everything's going to be okay, and you know, it's all going to make sense, and the answers you need are coming. So don't fret, don't stress, don't freak out, just go with the flow, see what shows up, and all will be okay. All right, Cancer? So those are your messages for today. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Leo. How are you? Let's see what this first day of October has in store for all the Leos out there. All right. All right, we have her, the happiness in our hearts and homes. So, Leo, it looks like many of you guys are focused on home matters today, whether that's your house in general, family matters, your kids, extended family, your partner. Maybe you have people coming over for dinner, unexpected guests showing up today, decide to call into work and not go in. You know, it's just today there's a big time focus of a home, Leo, and it's like that is all that's on your mind. Missing home, wanting to be home, deciding to stay home, somebody visiting your home. As somebody visiting your home, it's like something quite significant, you know, to show up in a reading like this. So let's pull a clarifier. And it's like joyful. Whatever's going on today is a joyful thing in the home. Maybe you and your partner are both playing hooky today and you're just going to really enjoy spending the day under the covers. You're going to Netflix and chill. All right, so let's see what clarifier comes out. All right. So, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Interesting, Leo, because Cancer is the ruler of the fourth house, which is all about home and family and roots. So, I have to say this. Listen, if you are able to create life and you do not want to create life, you might want to take precautions today for that. Some of you, this could be news where somebody very close to you announces they are with child, or you find out that you're pregnant or your partner is pregnant with your child, you know, something like that for some of you. I just have to say, with these two cards coming out. Others of you, it's just like if there's been an ongoing battle between you and your mate, you and a family member, you and your child, you know, just some issue attached to family or home. Today, I feel is the resolution of that, where the decision is made, the apology is said, you know, the money comes in, whatever it is for you. It's like today is the resolution is received, it's reached, you know, and it's all attached to like home, family, children, you know, along those lines. This is not like work or romance. If it's romance, it's somebody who's truly like your domesticated partner, that you would refer to as husband or wife, even if you're not married. Like, you know, other romances, no, I don't feel like it pertains to that so much unless we're deciding today that we want to move in together, or we've been talking about moving in together and now today we finally decide that that's what needs to happen. Or, you know, because this is general, some of you, this might be where you're deciding to move apart, move out of your current living situation, for whatever reason that may be, okay? So, Leo, it's all about the home, predominantly very positive, a lot of happiness and joy taking place in the home today, okay? So those are your messages for today, Leo. I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Virgo. How is Virgo today? Okay, that's how Virgo is today. Ooh, Virgo has two things going on today. So we have scrying and intuition, and we have hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. So Leo also got this for today. Now, Virgo, what I'm seeing here is it's very important that, you know, you listen to your intuition, but also I feel like many Virgos need to be in their safe space today, in hermit mode, for whatever that means for you personally. Virgo, wherever your space is, whether that's a literal space, an environment that you go to somewhere, or within your own home, or this is a state of mind for some of you. It's like, you know, if this is where we need to go today, if we're feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated, you know, it's like just the energy could have you very upset or just feeling more than what's going on. And if you can just have some alone time and be in your own space, then you'll be like, oh, okay, all is well. You know, I just needed to recharge, or I needed to separate myself from everybody else's crazy energy. So it's like if there's craziness going on, you just need your safe space. So this could even be where people are just crazy today, you know, like driving crazy, being rude, just whatever. And you're like, oh my God, what is wrong with the world today? I just want to go and hide. Others of you, you know, with this, if you wake up feeling like, I'm just not going to go in today, you know, you might decide to stay home. If your soul is really like, no, you should really just hang out at home today, you know, if you're not feeling good or you're just not feeling it, whatever reason, Virgo, if you can, I would stay home. It's like some of you need a break. Maybe your weekend was just very jam-packed and you're feeling very overstimulated even now today on Monday. So Virgo, very important that you have peace of mind and you go to your haven, go into hermit mode today if you need to. Others of you, like that's just how you feel from the moment you wake up. And based on this, I say go with it. That's where your happiness is. Your happiness is in your home, in your safe space, you know, today with these two cards. So let's pull your clarifier, but also Virgo, you know, whatever your intuition is telling you today, your gut instincts, your feelings, really pay attention to it, especially anything to do with home or family. All right, let's see, Virgo. All right, emotions are running high, supermoon, yep, Virgo. So listen, I feel like just because who you are, very grounded, very earthly, You know, today I feel like people are just going to be struggling with some of the energy, and you're going to be like, what is wrong with people? Like, you're just going to want to run and hide, okay? Now, for others of you, it might be like you're just so overstimulated that you're feeling very emotional and sensitive. And that's why I'm saying, if you find yourself in that space today, don't freak out, don't get triggered, don't react. Just be like, okay, I'm sensitive, and I know this feels like a huge deal right now, but I'm just going to separate myself. I'm going to give myself a time out. And I promise, Virgo, you're going to unwind and you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, that's not as big as it was. It's just I was very overstimulated. And so if that's how you're feeling, before you react and respond, take a time out and really just allow yourself to rebalance, because energies are running high. Either you're experiencing it personally or everybody's crazy around you, which is causing you to become overstimulated. So if you can stay home today, stay home today. Listen to your intuition and don't take anything personal that anybody's doing. Just separate yourself and go recoup, okay? So those are your messages for today, Virgo. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Libra. Happy birthday to all those October 1st Libras out there. Woo! And Spirit just said hello, happy birthday to you as well. So, wow. Okay, let's see, Libra. Let's see what is coming out for you guys. We have the Cauldron, synergy and healing. So Libra, today is a day where a lot of loose ends are getting tied up, you know, just with projects at work, personal projects, different things that you wanted to take care of. It's like they're all getting handled, all getting taken care of today. If you've been feeling kind of down and depressed, kind of sad, blue, today you are actually feeling better. You're feeling different. There's a lot of change and transformation in the energies around you today with the Cauldron, okay? And it's like bringing healing to different things. Like today could be a day where you receive an apology, or you decide to give an apology to somebody. You know, you're just seeing things through a different perspective. You're feeling more positive. You know, there's some healing being offered to you somehow, some way today. And then for others of you, I just feel like this is more like you're finally completing a project or a task that you've been working on for quite some time, and it feels really good and gratifying. So Libra, let's pull a clarifier here and see what comes out with this Cauldron. All right, so we have a hold your vision, fixed moon. Yep, Libra, things are getting better. Okay, you're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Things will get finished. With this hold your vision, you know, I do feel that there's definitely some of you completing project today, tying up loose ends. Others of you, it's like you are completing a stage of a much larger project. And, you know, if you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm only halfway there, or I'm only a quarter of a way there, I'm only a quarter of a way finished, there's accomplishment today. However, some of you, there's further to go. And if there's further to go with this coming out, it's like, don't give up, don't throw in the towel, don't get frustrated. You know, it's going to work out, it's going to be okay, everything's going to turn out as you hope and desire. It's just, you know, you've got to move through the process, and things can only work in their own time. Like, you can only do and accomplish so much in one day, right? Other people can only do and accomplish so much in one day. So some of you, definitely there is completion of projects and tasks that we've been working on from last week, and they're wrapping up today. Others of you, there's a completion to a step of a much larger process going on in your world. And for others of you, you know, where there's healing, that you want to take place for yourself or in certain relationships in your life, because the sun is in your sign right now. It's all about relationships. Libra, hold your focus in a very positive light, you know, about your current partner or your friend or just whoever it is that you want a better relationship or you want things to mend with them. Hold a fixed perception of love, of healing, of mending, of apologies, of reconnection, all right? And there's some magic in that for you. Don't let that vision go. And, you know, either you will be healed of the hurting and desire for the reconnection, or you will actually reconnect with that person, all right? It's different for each of you, but either way, you win, right? So Libra, those are your messages for today. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Scorpio. How are you guys? Let's take a look here and see what's coming out this first day of October for all those Scorpios that are listening to this video. All right, so we have Apple, risk and reward. Scorpio, this is saying, you know, big reward comes from big risk. Don't let fear hold you back today. You know, sometimes you just got to take the plunge and have faith. And even if things don't work out as you'd hoped, realize that that's part of the plan and that's okay too. And sometimes you just got to try again. But today is a day of taking risks, all right? Scorpio, or for some of you, a risk that you have recently taken is bringing forth some sort of reward today. But biggest thing with this is don't let fear hold you back from anything, any conversation, any truth that you have to speak, anything that you're feeling, anything that you want to do or be or say. Don't let fear hold you back. Obviously, use common sense, but don't let fear hold you back. Take the plunge, you know, take the risk, do what you got to do to make it happen, and there will be big time rewards for Scorpio. So let's pull a clarifier on this apple right here. Okay. So we have emotions are running high, a super moon. Scorpio, listen, two things with this. One, either everybody around you today you feel is like kind of cray-cray and like, oh my God, what is wrong with everybody? Like, what is up with this Monday? Like, everybody's sensitive, everybody's emotional, everybody's this, everybody's that. Okay, so some of you are feeling like that about everybody around you today, or you are just feeling incredibly sensitive and emotional today. It's just like, for whatever reason, you wake up and you are sensitive Sally and you're feeling everybody's energy, every energy of, you know, your environment, where you are, what's going on. You're just picking up on everything, and it's overwhelming you quite a bit. Now, for others of you, paired up with this apple, this is saying that, you know, there's a lot of emotions going on inside of you about a risk that you must take in order to move forward, or, you know, you maybe don't even know that you need to do it to move forward. But if you have to take a risk today, you have to take a leap of faith, you have to take a plunge, Scorpio, and you're feeling all crazy emotional about it, just relax and dive in and trust that the universe has got you, and the outcome is exactly what needs to happen, and there's reward in this for you, okay? So don't let fear and high emotions hold you back. Like, don't let that stop you today if that's the case. For others of you, either people are just crazy, and like with the risk card here, you know, you might be experiencing some people that are like crazy, making crazy choices, and you're like, what is wrong with fools today? Like, I don't even know. You know, you could be experiencing a lot of that. If that's the case, just get through your day, go home and hide. If you could call in today, it's a good day to do that as well, okay? So, Scorpio, those are your messages for today. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Alrighty, let's see what the divination of the ancients has to add to today's reading. All right, so we have crystals, we have healing. Very, very nice. So whatever you're asking about, this is saying what needs to happen is healing. Healing in yourself, healing in the other person, healing within the relationship, healing within the situation. You know, however healing can play out or take place about whatever you're asking for, like that is the answer. And, you know, some of you, this could be where this is a future prediction that you and this particular person are going to heal, or because, you know, we're under this Libra sun, it's all about relationships. If you want to heal with somebody, this is a good day to start that process, whether you reach out to them and involve them, or this is just a process that you start doing inside of yourself. All right. All things that you want healed, today is a very good day to think about that, ponder that, focus your energy, make it your intention to the universe, all right? For others of you, there are relationships and connections that are just naturally healing today with this card, or this is the answer to your question. Okay, so those are the messages from Divination of the Ancients. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. All right, let's see what wisdom of the house of the night has to add to today's readings. All right, we have honesty. So this is saying in all you do today, you need to make sure that you are honest and true and follow through on your word. If you've made prior commitments, follow through on them. If you have anything to say, make sure it's authentic and 100% true. Others of you, this is saying where honesty is the best policy, and like that will ultimately reap reward, even if being very honest is the hardest part, the hardest thing to do. Others, this could be where there's some honesty going to come your way today, or the truth of what you're asking about will illuminate itself today, or if you're, you know, don't have all the facts about something, this is saying there's more to it. There's some truth being hidden, and you need to get to the bottom of things before you make a decision, or, you know, a final anything. Make sure you have all facts of the story. And, you know, if you're feeling like somebody's being dishonest with you, you're probably right. They're not being honest. You can pick up on a dishonest vibe, and if that's what you're feeling, then you're right, and you need to trust yourself. But ultimately, be honest and authentic in all you do and say today, all right? So those are the messages from Wisdom of the House of the Night. I am wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, let's see what Black Moon Astrology has to add to today's readings. All right, so we have Aquarius. I know this is saying, you know, really pay attention to your intuition today. Pay attention to like the ideas that flood your mind. Also, this is like you called something a while back and you're right. It's like you're right, you're right, you're right. Or unexpected solutions are just going to kind of pop out of nowhere. If you're feeling really clouded, stuck, unsure about a person, a situation, a choice you have to make, you know, quiet your mind, and it's just gonna, like, you're gonna hear your intuition like beating you down, telling you what to do, what direction to go. Some of you are feeling that, but it's like what your intuition is saying isn't what you want to hear, so you're trying to ignore it. And this is the universe saying, no, you listen to your intuition, it knows best, and it's trying to lead you ultimately, to what you want, what you're asking for. So, listen to your gut. You know what's up. You know the truth. And, honesty sitting next to that, it's like, if you feel somebody's being dishonest with you, they are, all right? There's no question. Also, some of you, today looks like a day of healing about something of the past, and we're being honest and sharing our feelings today, and it's almost like you knew like this would eventually happen. All right, so those are your messages from Black Moon Astrology. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.